much biology. Don't know much about science.
Oh, welcome back. It's 10:11 on the 16th day of January. Right across from me is Larry Ashlock, the creator of a local card game. Larry, how are you doing? Tic-Tac-Match, a game that I actually got handed to me by Paragon Games, and the community is alive and well. Larry, how are you doing this morning?
Doing fine. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. So take us through this. This is a really cool card game, Tic-Tac-Match. How did you develop this?
Well, it was actually Thanksgiving Day in 2009.
Wow.
And I was playing tic-tac-toe with my nephew. And as everybody knows, it's kind of a terrible game. It's not even really a game because it's a tie, pretty much a tie every time.
Right. Right.
And so he was so fascinated, we kept playing for about an hour. And I said to my dad, there's got to be a better way. And he says, well, why don't you make a better way? Mm-hmm. So I just got to playing around with cards. A couple months later, we were playing Uno. And I had made some cards with X's and O's. And I said, hey, let's play tic-tac-toe again. And so my nephew tried to cheat by laying a card on top of another card that was already there.
Uh-huh.
So I thought, well, wait a minute, why don't we just put Uno and tic-tac-toe together?
That's perfect. And that's where we're at now, huh?
Absolutely.
That is so cool. So when you develop this, I mean, I don't even know where to start because I've never had any experience with any game developers yet, but this is something that's really, honestly, everywhere I go, it seems like everyone has a deck of these cards. It's really just interesting. How do you develop this, though?
Well, you just come up with an idea, solve a problem, and try to make it better. Now, we had plenty of play testing.
Did you?
So it took years, and then actually the original name was actually Tic-Stack-Toe because you're stacking on top of another card. And it kind of rhymes with tack-toe, stack.
Right.
But there was another company that actually had a different game with the same name, so we had to change it. And we came up with Tic-Tac-Match, and if you look at the logo, everybody puts hashtags on it. Well, we put the hashtag at the end, and the hashtag looks kind of like a tic-tac-toe board.
Oh, you know what? That's true. I didn't even think about that.
So it's like tic-tac-match, okay, right there.
That's incredible. So how long did it take for you to develop this this game from 2009 to where we are now? What was that process like?
Well, a lot of play testing.
Uh-huh.
The original, like I said, in the original there's a tie every time. And then at a certain point, we had so many different cards and so many variations that it was the opposite, where it was almost impossible to win because there were so many variations and ways to manipulate the game. And so we weeded it down. We said, let's make up a card, see what it does, play it over and over and over.
Wow, that's incredible. So take us through this. With people that aren't familiar yet with the game, give us a little elevator pitch, or not really just that, but a brief overview of what it's like to play this card game.
Well, it's, like I said, tic-tac-toe. In this game, you have to match 3 in a row, but they have to be the same symbol and the same color. And you can lay on top of cards that are already played. Mm. So, for example, you can match the color or match the symbol. So if you have a red X, you can take it and make it a red O as long as it's red.
Gotcha.
You can have a red X and make it a blue X as long as it's an X.
So that's where the Uno component comes into it, right?
Yes, and so by laying on top of cards that are already in play, you match this color and the symbol. Wow. Now, we also have special cards that allow you to do things that you wouldn't normally be able to do. One of them is if you don't like being X's, you can flip sides in the middle of the game.
Oh, see, I didn't even get that. See, this is so cool. So, to me, it has all the components of all the games we grew up with playing on Sunday nights with the family, you know, and getting frustrated with. But this has more of an urgency factor to it where you aren't sitting there for a couple hours. You know, you're able to play the game and enjoy it.
Yeah, you can also get a double play, which is 2 cards on a turn, or you can wipe out your opponent. So you wipe out their hand, and they get 4 new cards.
No, I got to ask you. With you being the developer of this game, have you lost yet?
Oh, yeah.
How does it feel to lose the game that you create?
Don't like it. Yeah.
I quit. I burned the darn thing. You know, it's like, you can have it.
Not at all. But that's one of the benefits of the game is we've made it a combination of luck and strategy.
Right.
So everybody knows how to play tic-tac-toe. Everybody knows how to play Uno. And you think you've got it, but there's enough of a little bit of a mystery to it because of the way the cards are dealt and what the other player can do. It makes it fun.
Well, and too, I mean, these are the games that are perfect for my family because we aren't board gamers, you know, where sometimes those Monopoly games, you're like, you start them in 2012, you're still finishing them up, you know, and it's like, All right, here we go. This seems like a perfect opportunity for everyone of all ages, really, to have some fun and enjoy this game.
It is. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes. There's enough strategy where it keeps you interested in it.
Wow.
Easy to learn. Pretty much everybody knows how to play it.
Right.
Just put the elements together.
Well, and now let me ask you this. So I'm seeing it on here. I see it on every game. It's the players, the time, the average time, the amount of players, things like that. How does that get developed? Now, are you giving them the information saying, oh, it's a 5 to 10 minute game, or do they have testers play this game and then give you the number of players that it's targeting, how long the average game is?
Oh, no, we tested it. As a matter of fact,
wow.
the other option is you can play with 4 players.
That'd be fun. Now, that seems like that gets crazy.
It'd be crazy. It is. So most people think of tic-tac-toe as a little pin and pick.
Right.
2 players. Got 4 players now.
I don't even know how that would work. That seems like now, I've never played with 4. I've played with another, but 4 would be a little bit interesting here because now that's where you have wine night, I think, where you get the parents over, you have a couple of glasses of wine, husband-wife teams, or, just spouses, friends, but that's where you can get some, I think you'd almost put some money on those games, So now we're at this point. How long did it take to get it to packaging, get it into stores, or get it to where you can sell this to the consumer?
It took quite a while.
Did it really?
We went through quite a few different designs. I had hired a professional designer.
Uh-huh.
We did play testing.
Wow.
And over time, we just kept working on it. And there's a board game group on Facebook that does play testing. And I'm a member of the St. Louis board game group over at the miniature market.
Mm-hmm.
They play tested it. And you just develop it over time, find out what works, what doesn't work.
Right on. Well, with all of this, I mean, this is so cool. Now, I think we were talking on the phone a couple weeks back or maybe a week ago, and you were saying that there's a chance to play this online now even?
Yes, there is a website called Board Game Arena, and it's free.
Wow.
You go on there, and they take physical board games, and they put it available for anyone to play around the world. Matter of fact, it's been available since December 9th, and there's been about 30,000 plays of it so far. They've got
Wow!
Yeah, they got tournaments. They've got a league going on, and at any given time, there's about 200 games going on.
I'm on the website.
Around
This is
the clock.
fun. It's right here. It's BoardGameArena.com, and all you do is click on games, and it's loading now. But I already can tell it's going to take me right over here to Tic-Tac. Now, did you expect this with this game? Because I'm sure when you started it, you're going, "Oh my God, we got to find something better. This tic-tac-toe game's killing me over here." And now, I mean, you're getting people 30,000 since December 9th playing this. That's impressive. But you're having some growth with this. Was that unexpected?
A little bit, yes, but it's developed over time. It seems like the idea sells itself. Everybody knows tic-tac-toe when they think, oh, wow, this is better.
Well, and too, like you said, it keeps you moving because tic-tac-toe gets pretty boring pretty quick. It's like Hangman, It's like, okay, Here we go again. But with this, I mean, you're moving. There's so many different elements to the game that makes it so fun and upbeat. And was that the whole point, is to keep you entertained for when the nephew needs a game to play?
Absolutely.
I love it. So, what's the next step for you? Have you thought about any new games? Have you thought about creating anything else, or even developing this further? What's the next step for you in that process?
Well, we do have another game that's in the background. It's a Christmas game based on the 12 Days of Christmas.
Wow, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Now, where are we at in that process? Just starting out?
Well, there's a game called Bah Humbug.
Okay.
And they've got a game that's based on the 12 Days of Christmas, and my game is consideration for this series of games based on the same components.
That's incredible. And, I don't know. I mean, to me, right now, I'm blown away with it because I played, like I said, the first couple of rounds I played a Tic-Tac-Match over the last couple of weeks because Aaron brought me the deck of cards and, sat down with my nephew and we played a game, and I hate to say it, but he beat me, and that's okay, and we move on. That's why I asked you how you felt when you lost, because I got beat by a 9-year-old, and that's okay. We move on. But what are you most proud about with this game?
Well, it's kind of nice to see it out in the wild, so to speak.
Yeah.
You got this idea, your family and friends play it, everybody likes it, but it's neat to have it, go out to the store and see it. It's available at 5 area locations.
Where that was at?
You got Funky Planet right here in downtown Alton. It's available at Paragon Games. Happy Up in Edwardsville and Clayton. And then it's also available at the other side in Edwardsville.
And that's incredible. And what's the best way for people to kind of stay up to date on the journey with developing more games? Or are you just going to release that information when it comes about?
It'll be available at Tic-Tac-Match.com.
Oh, there we go.
And you can buy it straight off our website.
I got to ask you about the merchandise here. Is that for the public right there? Because that's a cool jacket. I saw it the moment you walked in and thought, I kind of like that. That's cool.
Possibly in the future.
That's really cool. So how long, it's been 2009 you started. How long do you think it's going to be to develop this new one with the 12 Days of Christmas?
Well, it's supposed to be coming out this coming Christmas, 2023.
So that means I got to have you on in November to preview this to get some people buying this ahead of Christmas Day, huh?
There you go.
I'll
be glad to come back on.
That is so cool. And Larry, I really appreciate it. And what was the hardest part about developing this game?
The hardest part was the perseverance.
Yep.
You got this idea, everybody likes it, but is it really something that would sell with the greater community? Because, it's your family, everybody supports their family, but strangers, are they going to like it? Are you going to be able to make any money off of it? Now, there's a patent pending on it, too.
Oh, good for you.
So that should be announced sometime later this year, whether I'll get the patent or not.
And I know a little bit about IP. That's a tough thing to secure. That can be pretty tough.
Yeah, and it's all self-funded, so I don't have any loans or any...
That's got to feel even better then.
Yeah, so I've tried to keep it going without taking on a lot of debt.
Well, Larry, I really appreciate it. What's something else about the game that I didn't ask you about that you wanted to get the word out? Was there something I missed?
Oh, no, I think that's it. Actually, the name of the company, kind of a funny story here, it's called Way Funner Games. Because when we introduced the game to my nephew after we developed it, he said, oh, this is way funner than the regular way.
That's incredible.
So Way Funner is actually the monogram for Weird Al Yankovic.
Right.
W-A-Y. Weird Al. And if you look at the logo, it's an accordion. And the bellows of the accordion are fanned out like a deck of cards, so...
That's incredible. Well, Larry, thank you so much. And Tic-Tac-Match, hold that up in case people want to see what the box looks like. You can buy that at 5 locations around town or online, I'm assuming, too?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
I've been called a lot worse. At 10:24, we're going to take a quick break. Michael Gebbin joins us next right after this in the heart of the River Bend. That's downtown Alton.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the River Bend, visit AltonToyota.com. Or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan-Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the River Bend, and now Mungan-Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBenderRadio.com.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
If you like to get out and go with a friend riding shotgun, the Z-Force line of sports side-by-sides are the perfect machines for you. Whether exploring the backcountry or racing down the trails, these beasts flat out give you more without having to pay for more. Life's too short to stay home.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
When you're out on the sea alone,